Great. All right, so you're representing 2080. What are you guys doing at Comic-Con?
We always love coming to New York just because it's such a good show. We've got a fairly quiet year this year. We've got the booth here with all our graphic novels, a load of UK editions that you can't get over here. And we had a really fun panel on Thursday, the Judge Dredd Justice Hour, which was, that was a lot of fun. We had people doing their best Judge Dredd jaw lines and people sort of saying, you know, I'm the law into microphones. It was, great fun, great fun.
So, what does 2080 have lined up for the US?
For the US, the next big thing for us really is Dredd Urban Warfare, which is the collection of the movie sequel comic books, which is coming out in spring next year. So it's got Underbelly, which sold out twice from Diamond this year. It'll have Uprise, which is the new series that's starting this month in US floppy. And so it's a nice little package, all movie themed. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, at Christmas, we have the beginning of Dark Justice, which is the next big Judge Death storyline, painted by Greg Staples and the standees that we have here showing his artwork, just kind of give a flavour of what's in store. The pages come into the office and they're absolutely exquisite, so really looking forward to that. It starts in Prague 2015, which is our bumper Christmas issue, and then it'll be out in trade sort of spring, summer next year.
Cool. Anything you're particularly excited for?
Let me think. I mean, aside from those two, next year there's a couple of things I can't really talk about them. Actually, no. There's a collection it's actually coming out in the UK, but it will be available over here. It's called the Daily Dreads, and this is a really special collection. There was a newspaper Judge Dredd strip that ran in the Daily Star, which is a tabloid newspaper back home, from about 1980 all the way through to about 1990. So. And it was running on a regular basis, just 3 or 4 panels every week, and it was drawn by Ron Smith, who is one of the great underrated Judge Dredd artists. And we're bringing out a gorgeous hardback edition with all the strips sort of presented landscape. Great new cover from our designer Piper with some original artwork by Ron on there. And that's special not just because this is stuff that hasn't been reprinted in total before, but because we put out, the British Library, where we were trying to hunt these things down, had big gaps in the collection. And we put out an appeal to fans to help us find these missing strips, and they've come through in spades. You know, we have people saying, well, I've got a load of old newspapers in my loft, which, you know, I'll go and have a look, and we found them through there, and we found them through other archives. So, you know, those guys get a thank you in the beginning of the book. But I think what the book represents, now that Ron is no longer working, he's in his late 70s, 80s now, I think. Like I said, he's one of the great underrated artists of 2000 AD. But to have done this strip for so long, so consistently, you know, there's no slippage in quality. It's not slapdash. I think it represents a great achievement, and it's about time that Ron was given the recognition that he deserves for this kind of remarkable run as an artist.
Is there anything you want to ask?
So you've been coming to New York Comic Con for a bunch of years now.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice a difference between the fandom and convention scene, say, between here and the UK, or?
There's the main difference is size. Here, you know, you're getting tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands. In the UK, it's a much smaller scene. They're more familiar with our material, but the audience for 2000 AD and Judge Dredd over here is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, you know, every year we have people who come back, ask for the next book in the Cage Files, the next book in the story, and that's really pleasing. And they're spreading the word. They're evangelising to other people. We're making it more visible over here. We're doing a lot more press. We're making sure it's on bookshelves as much as we can. So it's great. You know, I've been at Rebellion 2000 AD for 3.5 years, and the response we get now is just light years beyond what we used to. It's really pleasing.
Do you ever notice a difference with audience, like our American audience is getting used to British and UK comic authors, since there's been kind of a trickle of them into the since the late early 90s?
Well, I mean, you've got the old British invasions, but if you look at British comics of about 10 years ago and American comics now, you know, you've got a whole new British invasion, a whole new generation of writers, you know, people who've not worked for us, particularly so people like Kieran Gillen, but also Al Ewing. Now, Al's been writing for 2000 AD for the best part of 15 years now, and he's now doing Loki, he's now doing Avengers, he's doing all sorts of great stuff. And the way the audiences over here react to his brand of writing, you know, slightly dark, but very well thought out, very clever without being highfalutin and you know, going over people's heads. It's good writing, and what's great about Al is that he really learned his chops at 2000 AD, and now everybody else is waking up to how good he is. And what's nice is people are coming and picking up Zombo, which is the comedy series that he did with Henry Flint for us, and they're loving it. They're loving it. You know, if American comics are methadone, then this is the purest heroin that you can get.